Yeah, so there is a lot of platforms. I think Taobao is still better though because we all have time. And yeah. And plus Shopee, if it's local, the prices are also gonna be local, which is probably higher than China prices.
I guess, yeah. But from my personal experience, Taobao is not always the best option because my parents like purchase stuff on Taobao, but like whenever they arrive, some are not like good quality, and also some are like of the wrong. They send the wrong product or like the wrong variation. And the thing with like Taobao, because it's like an overseas platform, right? So it's more there's more hassle in the like the after purchasing phase. Like if you want to do
Yeah.
exchanges or refunds, that will be more work compared to like local platforms.
Yeah, but then it's cheaper, so like you're getting what you pay for.
Yeah lah, exactly. You get what you pay for. So if you go on Shopee and you pay that extra amount, you do have like that sense of security that the item you see you most likely will get, unless those like off chances where like you get scammed. But like but from my experience, if you do get scammed, right, like the wrong item you are received, or like the item doesn't actually get shipped out, then you'll still get to keep your money, because Shopee does this thing where like they will only send the money to the seller after you verify that you've received that thing. Yeah.
Ooh, that's
So like
very
if you haven't received it, then you can make a report and then you can get full refund from Shopee
cool.
themselves. So you don't have to like worry that even if you want to get a refund, the seller will be unwilling, stuff like that.
That's actually really nice.
Yeah, and plus, right, because the seller like won't be receiving the money immediately, then the seller, like, in order to receive the money, the seller would want to, I mean, would be like pushed to actually ship out the item and the correct item at that. If not, if they even if they ship out like a knockoff or like something that is not what the customer ordered, then
Then they won't receive the money, and
yeah, they won't receive any
it's a
money.
waste of time and money for shipping also.
Exactly, and they'll be at a loss. So this is one way to like ensure that, like, to give the customer a greater sense of security over what they order.
Mm, that's actually really cool. I don't
Yeah.
think Taobao has this, right?
Probably not. Even so, it'll be such a hassle.
Yeah,
It's
because
China.
international. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from China.
But then, like, I think a lot of these things can be, like, negated or alleviated. No, it can be avoided if you just read the reviews, right?
Yeah, I guess so. But sometimes the reviews are like generated by like
Yeah,
bots
right.
from the seller, or like the seller creates multiple accounts and just like review their own stuff.
Yeah, lah, so you kind of need to have a sensing for these things if you're shopping in the international market.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, while Shopee is local, right, it also has its own disadvantages. Like, they only sell stuff that is local. And actually, no, they can sell stuff overseas also. But I think it'll be more expensive. China, I mean,
Uh,
in geography, we learned that China and Vietnam have cheaper labor costs. And so
yeah.
because it's actually made in China, it's cheaper to transport from point to point, and then that is also carried forward into the exporting to Singapore. Although there is still exporting to Singapore, that is a fixed amount that you have to pay. But there is
Yeah.
more risk involved because it is international and you don't have any local trusts between the seller and the buyer.
Also, I heard, right, that if you want to purchase stuff from like uh, overseas platforms, especially like China platforms like Taobao, being one of them. There's a sort of buying. There's a sort of minimum if you want to get a cheaper and more worth shipping costs, because if you were to order just like one or like just a couple of items,
Yeah, it's
the shipping
not.
cost will be like crazy.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not
worth.
worth it, right?
Yeah, sometimes they can even like cost like more than 50% of the product itself.
Yeah, yeah. Like you just order a pen from Taobao. That's why they don't sell like singular pens. They have like
Uh,
packs, and you buy in bulk most of the time, because if you just ship one pen, like the one pen on that one huge ship, it's gonna be horrible, because not
yeah,
only is the seller involved in this, but the people who are shipping have to be involved in this for several days as well. Imagine
yeah.
you're being sent on a trip to like Singapore from China on a ship that would take like a week just to send one pen. Oh my
And then
god.
there's just like one lone pen sitting there.
Yeah. I think I can understand. There are other benefits to international sellers as well, such as discounts. Because, like, Amazon is very popular because it is an international kind of brand. And this has allowed it to cut costs in, because uh, they can like cover some stuff for the seller. I think, I don't know how to say it, but stuff on Amazon is cheaper than stuff you see in the shelf on the shelves.
But these are like normally accompanied by shipping costs, and depending on where people live, taxes as well. Like for example, in the European Union, they they have this VAT for overseas items, and I think recently or like a couple of years ago, um, the government introduced like GST to be applied on like items being shipped.
Oh yeah, yeah. This
Yeah, so
is
that's an additional cost.
that's
That
also
would.
similar to Singapore's tech tax, where like there's like a 15%, I think 15 or something around there, percentage tax on technological stuff coming into Singapore. I don't remember where I read it, but I think it was when I studied geography. Wow, who is who keeps on messaging me? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
amazing.